Hello, my name is Brad, and my name is Brad. This is my first vlog, and this is for CMST 420. And my topic of the blog is going to be about the man cave, or lack thereof, in my case. I This concept of the man cave is one that I've always wanted. My, my wife won't let me. Yeah. Um, it's funny that, when we first started dating 11 years ago, I was moving to California. At 6 months into our relationship, I was promoted and I was taking a job in the San Francisco Bay Area. And she drove out there with me. And right about Wyoming, she popped in this tape about men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Tape. Just tapes. CD. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. And it was, I guess, about how men and women, communicate and how men should be better listeners or, some whatever it was, crap like that. But I recall this one specific time, and then that journey of enlightenment that I was on with her about the man needing his cave to go to be alone from time to time, and then just needed that. Roll the rock in the doorway, and that's my space. And it's cool because men do that. I mean, we like our alone time, right? We like to get stuff done. I mean, men operate a little differently than women, and so right now I've got alone time, sort of, and my wife calls. She calls me when she's out doing things, and I take advantage of this time to be alone. And so she calls, and and I don't have a man cave, and that's I think she forgot about that part of the therapy on CD. She forgot that men need that space, and I've got really great stuff that I put in my man cave. I really would. It'd be a really great man cave. Well, first of all, I wouldn't call it a man cave because I think that's a dumb name for. I think that's why women don't let us have a man cave, is because we call it a man cave. What I would do is I would call it something different. I'll figure that out later. But I would have great stuff. Like I've got a humidor with cigars. We started smoking cigars in my family about 20 years ago. At Christmas, and it became this tradition. For Christmas that just carried over to this part of my life that I do fairly irregularly. And I would put some really great scotch and whiskey in my man cave because I think that's what you do, is you put that kind of stuff in there. And I started drinking scotch and whiskey when I was in college. I worked at Anton's Fish and Whiskey and would choke that stuff down. I was trying to impress a waitress, and I'd make the face with it, and it didn't impress anybody, but I somehow learned to like it. I don't know why. And then I maybe put some beer in there, and some Coke Zero. Maybe some Diet Sprite when I wanted a little summertime refreshment. But and then hey, I'd get a pool table. I'd put a pool table in my man cave. It'd be cool, and I would put a pinball machine in there, and that pinball machine would be like the cool pinball machine with the guy who has the mustache and the Stetson, and he wears the cowboy boots, and he says, "Quit talking and start chalking." That pinball machine. It would be a manly pinball machine, and then I'd have an Xbox. And you're probably saying to yourself, "Why? What are you, like 60? Why would you have an Xbox?" And just for the people out there who don't think that dudes in their 30s play video games, I grew up on Atari, and like I actually played Pong once when I was like 4, and I used to play Pac-Man when it was the little sit-down table, and you put your Coke on top of the table and play Pac-Man. So I was there for when it all started. That's like me saying to my grandfather, who's no longer alive, but if he was, I'd be like, "Well, you drive cars? What are you what do you drive a car for? You're too old for that. Yeah, I mean, he was there for when the car was invented. Okay, I mean, he wasn't there, but he was alive, and he knew what it was like to have to sit behind a horse. I have to imagine. So, so I'd have an Xbox, and I've got the right TV for it. It's just that my TV now is plagued by this virus called SpongeBob, SquarePants, and other shows. And I hate SpongeBob SquarePants because I think the guy, first of all, the guy's voice is annoying, so annoying, and I think it's a disrespectful cartoon. I mean, the kid should watch like Looney Tunes or something like Roadrunner. That's good. That's good programming right there. And again, I wouldn't necessarily call it a man cave. I know I keep referencing it as a man cave, but I think I'd call it something else because it would be my space. I mean, that's my spot, and she could have her Venus, right? I mean, we could call the rest of the house Venus is cool. It's hot. It's closer to the sun. I like dust and red, rusty stuff. I'd call my man cave Mars. Yeah, Mars. And maybe it's colder. It's not as great as Venus because it's just the way it works. I don't get the good stuff. I get what she lets me have, and so that's the name of my man cave, Mars. And guys out there who are thinking about getting married, I'm not saying don't do it. It's really great. Marriage is wonderful. I mean, women are here to make sure we do what we're supposed to do. And I love my wife. She's beautiful. She's great. If in case she sees this, yeah, I should say this. But it's marriage is it's just different. You don't have your time anymore, and that's okay because hey, we're supposed to couple up. We're supposed to procreate. That's why we're all here. That's why we're on the planet. We're here to make more people. That's why we're given the parts we're given. That's the biology of our existence. It's survival of the species, right? And women, I mean, guys just we just like our alone time. We like Mars. Mars is cool. We like to go to Mars once in a while. And just let us have that one thing in our lives, being Mars, and then just hey, if you can assert yourself early in the relationship and carve that space out for you, and you'll have to put up little fences because kids can get in. They'll have to get bigger, the fences, as the kids get bigger because they learn how to crawl over things after a while. But yeah, I mean, eventually keep them out, but that's again if you asserted yourself early in the relationship, and I didn't do that. So all right, I better go before she comes home because I've got to clean up the kitchen. But this has been good. This has been fun. Thank you.